We've talked about it a lot, I feel, this spring already, that when a wintry system comes through like tomorrow, it all depends on the sun and what's falling during the day, and a lot of factors in here.
There were notable exceptions. I remember April Fool's blizzard when I was a kid that it snowed a lot during the day. It takes a very dynamic storm, which tomorrow is not that.
Okay.
That's
the bright side.
I joke with Ryan during Weather Weenies, which you can watch on News Center Maine Plus, that you almost have to I know, right? This is the first time that's ever happened. It has to snow. It's it has to snow so hard that it blocks out the sun. You know what I mean?
It's coming down so much,
that's kind of anecdotally how it has to work. I don't think we'll see that tomorrow, but we will see some accumulating snow. We'll talk about how we'll get that down in a second. Today was a bit of a split state forecast, right? Especially the middle of the day. Look at that. Bangor North, nice. Mountains, nice too. But the rest of the state clouded up pretty much all day with just a few brightening in the skies here and there, but we also had a couple of rain and snow showers. The radar looked like it was doing something out there recently in Portland. I was just standing out there, though, nothing really happening. So some of this not hitting the ground. Others are seeing a couple of flakes, a few raindrops, not all that much. That's a storm system that's missing to our south and east. The issue is, as it misses, this piece of energy towards Toronto is catching up with it. And so it's going to what we call phase over Maine and basically try to develop a new storm system right over our heads. And that's always a little bit of a difficult forecast, of course, compounded by the fact that we're into April here. So tonight's quiet, temperatures in the 30s, just cloudy. Tomorrow morning's quiet too for most of us, maybe a rain or snow shower along the coast, most of us dry though. And then here comes that phase, that piece of energy meeting up with that low, and precipitation kind of closes in from both sides. And so by late morning, certainly by the middle of the day, most of the state will be involved in some type of rain or snow. Now I think along the coast, it's likely to be rain. If it's wet snowflakes, it's not going to matter. Surface temperatures are just too warm, upper 30s to around 40 degrees. Inland, it will be snow, but I'd argue again, it's going to be really hard to truly accumulate snow. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, boundary layer temperatures in the mid 30s. The exception will probably be the highest terrain, where they'll likely stick some of that snow. But where it gets interesting is 5, 6, certainly 7 o'clock tomorrow. When the sun angle goes down and starts to set, it's still snowing in down East Maine, into Bangor, Orono, Millinocket, all the way up into Caribou. And that's where I think we were able to accumulate snow relatively rapidly between, say, 5 or 6 p.m. and 1 or 2 in the morning on Wednesday. And I think that's where we get all of the snow that I'm about to show you done in that short period of time. The rest of the day, I think, is just going to look like it's snowing, but not really be able to accumulate much. Then we're back to some sun on Wednesday, which will be nice to see the sun again, especially over coastal Maine. So we got 1 to 3, including Bangor, 3 to 6 in a small stripe. I could see it orienting itself a little bit more this way too. And again, I think we see more 3s and 4s, fewer 5s and 6s, just based on the fact that we just don't have that much time to accumulate everything. Nice days Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we cloud up, and then the weekend is doing what the weekends have been doing lately, which is it looks cloudy and rainy again. It looked like that yesterday too, and I was like, well, great. It's one to sit there and look at a Sunday, and you see the next Sunday looking very, very similar. Temperatures cool too. Wednesday and Thursday look nice. That's the good news. Mountains probably will get a little bit of snow from this if you want to try to get some, not final runs. For most people, though, we set to shut it down mid-April or so, right? And then we're clearing on a Monday, try to pop back into the 50s. But so I don't think the commute tomorrow morning, certainly not a problem. Probably even tomorrow night's not too bad. Tomorrow evening after 7 is when it might get a little dicey, Bangor north.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be ready. Keith, thank you.